1.
Virtue.
Virtue.
Forgiveness is a virtue that you should learn to have. Just forgive Delia for staining your shirt by accident.
2.
Honesty.
Honesty.
George's father didn't punish him when he admitted breaking windows. Instead, he praised him for his honesty. Honest.
Honest. Adela is an honest lady who never tells lies. You can definitely trust her. 3.
Possess.
Possess.
The dead millionaire possessed some of the world's most valuable paintings. She gave them away to the art museum in her will. Possession.
Possession. The painting used to be the rich man's personal possession. He gave the artwork to the National Museum before he passed away. 4.
Fellow.
Fellow.
Mr. Wong and his fellow workers are working on the new building project.
5.
Policy.
Policy.
Never put off what you can do today till tomorrow is my policy of doing things, so I always do my homework right after I get home. Policy.
Policy. The country's policy on education is that no child should be left behind. 6.
Manage.
Manage.
Eason believes that he can manage all these difficulties he is facing, and he is sure that his dream will come true someday. Manage.
Manage. It is Lauren's first year as a teacher. Thus, she is still learning how to manage a class successfully.
Management.
Management.
Good communication is the key to the management of a successful company. Manager.
Manager. When the customer complained about the poor service, the manager apologized on behalf of the restaurant. 7.
Reveal.
Reveal.
The employees revealed that the company forced them to work overtime without pay. As a result, the boss is now under investigation.
8.
Silent.
Silent.
The noisy students fell silent in the presence of their teacher. Silence.
Silence. The silence of the night was broken by the sound of the heavy rain. 9.
Cope.
Cope.
It is more difficult for young kids to cope with sudden changes in life, such as moving to a foreign country.
10.
Encounter.
Encounter.
If you encounter any difficulties, please let me know so that I can help you out. Encounter.
Encounter. I first encountered Margaret during my trip to Berlin 5 years ago. Now she is my friend.
Encounter.
Encounter.
Rita had an unpleasant encounter with a stranger who tried to follow her back home.
11.
Wound.
Wound.
Sue was deeply wounded by her professor's critical remarks about her report. She looked very upset. Wound.
Wound. Wounded by a sharp knife, the man's face was bleeding heavily.
Wound.
Wound.
Zoe suffered an arm wound in the robbery. Fortunately, it was minor and could heal in a couple of days.
12.
Awful.
Awful.
The weather was so awful that nobody went to the beach party.
13.
Truth.
Truth.
Lucian didn't think that his sister told the truth because she looked quite nervous when she was explaining where she had been.
14.
Negative.
Negative.
Caroline begged her father to buy her a motorcycle, but she got a negative answer from him. Negative.
Negative. Nothing seems fine when you are negative about your life. 15.
Reaction.
Reaction.
Mrs. Wong's reaction to her son's sudden decision to quit his job was surprisingly calm. React.
React. The teacher reacted to his student's rude behavior by punishing her. 16.
Maintain.
Maintain.
Dexter follows a careful diet and exercises every day in order to maintain his weight.
17.
Relationship.
Relationship.
Sam has a good relationship with his parents, and they talk about everything. Relationship.
Relationship. There is a close relationship between the weather and the sales of chocolate. When it turns cold, chocolate sells well. 18.
Circumstance.
Circumstance.
It's raining heavily. Under these circumstances, it seems impossible for us to go on a picnic.
19.
Determine.
Determine.
Through examining all of the evidence, the experts were finally able to determine that the painting had been created by Zhang Dai-qian. Determine.
Determine. The principal determined that the school would celebrate its anniversary by holding a sports meet.
Determination.
Determination.
The pianist practiced with great determination in order to win first prize in the competition.
20.
Particular.
Particular.
I'm not sure what particular snacks Alvin likes, but I know he usually enjoys chocolate.
21.
Expose.
Expose.
The report exposed the married actor's love affair with his agent, and the news surprised everyone. Expose.
Expose. The plumber dug up the floor to expose the water pipes under the floor. 22.
Embarrassment.
Embarrassment.
The student who was caught cheating on the test hung his head in embarrassment. Embarrass.
Embarrass. It embarrassed Chris when he tripped and fell in front of the girl he likes. 23.
Loss.
Loss.
It took a long time for the golf player to overcome her loss of confidence in herself after she had lost several games.